Holy jumpins. That's cold out there. Oh my gosh. Well, hello. Mike Arend here with another episode of Men on Fire here on Soul Mechanic TV and Soul Mechanic Radio. Now, I'm finding it cold because my wife and I have just spent 5 months in Panama. And it was beautiful every day. Actually, it rained 3 days out of 5 months. And now we've been back in Canada, in Ontario, Kingston, Ontario, Canada, for 2 weeks. And I think we've had no rain for 3 days. The rest of the time it's been raining. It was rain like cats and dogs this morning. And the sun has just started to come out, but it's windy, it's damp, and it's cold. And after being in 32 to 35 degrees Celsius heat all summer long, and now we came back to like 3 degrees, and I believe it's about 10 degrees right now, but with the wind chill and the dampness, it is cold. And I just have to say it's cold. So I'm doing the video from in the car today, and you know, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our time in Panama. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. We had a wonderful time, and in fact, we're going back again this October. So I can talk to you a little bit more about Panama in another video. But one thing I did want to talk to you about was alcohol, actually, because when I was in Panama, now I don't, you know, I think I might have had 2 beer the whole time I was in Panama. One on my birthday, which is April 6th. I spent some time with another gentleman whose birthday was the same day, so we had a good time. And I did have a couple of zero alcohol beers while I was there. And then I broke down and had one beer on my birthday. But you know, I didn't like it, and you know, there as here it's a large drinking culture. So I mean, I remember back in my teens, you know, when my parents would have guests over and they would all drink, and then from the other room you'd hear them laugh and joke and having a good time. So I thought, well, you know, you equate those good times with the alcohol. And that's certainly not the case, right? I mean, you can have a great time without alcohol. But when I was in Panama, I had good friends of mine ask me, so you don't drink, Mike? You don't drink much? What's up with that? Like, how come? And were you an alcoholic? And why did you stop drinking? And on and on. And, you know, I didn't really know how to answer it. It was just a choice that I made, that I no longer wanted to drink alcohol, and for my own health. And you know, it can be a slippery slope. The more you drink, it can lead to disease like alcoholism, as well as a lot of different health issues. And I had a hard time. I didn't want to try to convince anybody about anything. You're gonna if you want to drink, that's fine, go right ahead. Nothing against anybody having a drink, but for me, I didn't want to do that anymore, and I had a hard time trying to convey that to my friends without them getting, you know, because this happens, right? It's like, well, we don't want to hang around you anymore because you're not as fun, right? You were more fun when you were drunk, and we were drunk, you know, and we all got together, got stupid, and said silly things and acted silly. So now you don't do that, so you don't fit in. You don't get the invites anymore. People don't call you as much. They just get together even for a couple of beers, and you know, I mean, you could go over and have a couple of sodas or water or whatever the case is, or a zero alcohol beer, and still enjoy their company. But the thing is, you don't fit in quite as much as you used to. So, and I'm sick and tired of explaining it. And also, I don't need anybody else's permission to do what I want to do. But alcohol is a serious problem. As I mentioned, we're all fooled by this convention that says it's such a great time. You're going to have party and party hardy and have such a great time while you're drinking. And the effects of alcohol, first, it does take away the first sips or first drinks, some of your inhibitions and anxieties, and you relax. It's a little bit of a sedative too, right? And it affects the frontal cortex of the brain, which the social aspect usually arises from. So you can be more social and you can have a nice time, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But for myself, who started drinking as a teen, and I don't mean just, one or two beers. I mean, I drank pretty heavily. A friend of mine and I even went and got a 12-pack one time in grade 11 and decided to drink 6 beer each and then go to physics class in grade 11, drunk, basically, right? And, the teacher knew we were drinking. You could smell it a mile away. But he put up with us, but we both failed the class. So he had the last laugh, as you could say. So anyway, so we had to go to summer school just to finish that off. But anyway, and then over my teen years, and then into join the Navy after college. And, the Navy is also well formed with the aspects of the drinking culture. So, you used to get your rum rations, which we didn't anymore unless we actually had a banyan, or which is called a barbecue. And then we would actually get our grog or rum ration. But we had beer machines on board. We had booze, so much booze on board. And then you go to a foreign port and you're always drinking. Later in life, I had some injuries, and I ended up, being in so much pain. Like, I have 2 knee replacements, but my knees were bothering me so much I could hardly walk. I was going through like a 40-ouncer of rum every 3 to 4 days, and a 24-pack of beer every week, so I could sleep, so I could get rid of some of the pain. It was, plus taking things like ibuprofen mixed with alcohol in your liver is not a good thing. Okay, so if you're doing that, it's time to get away from that. So later on, I just decided, I'm going to slow down, and I did slow down, and then I decided I don't even need it at all anymore. So that's what I've done, because alcohol, when it hits and is developed into your liver and processed by the liver, it turns to ethanol. And ethanol is poisonous. And they've had studies, and they've taken ethanol and put it into a petri dish full of human cells. And within seconds, all those cells were dead. So alcohol kills live cells. And I think we probably all know somebody that obviously has drank way too much in their lives, or a combination of alcohol and drugs, and you talk to them now and they can hardly put a sentence together, or their memory is gone. I'm telling you, this stuff kills cells and kills your brain cells. It's able to get into the brain and stop those neurons from functioning. Your memory starts to go. You're always in a fog, that brain fog feeling. And when you're a drinker, a steady drinker, you never really realize what it's like to be sober anymore. You're always in that fog. You wake up in the morning and you gotta get your coffee, and you stumble around the house, try to get in the shower. You can hardly get yourself dressed to go to work or to function during the day, until you have that drink, the next drink, whether that's, noon hour, or when you come home from work and say, oh, I worked hard, I deserve a drink. I need a drink. How many times have we said that? God, it drives me to drink. I go, oh, I had such a hard day, I need a drink. I used to do it all the time. I understand. I was there. So I'm not trying to be preachy here. However, my good friend, who has a YouTube site, and his name is Kevin O'Hara, and he's been a former alcoholic, and is reformed, hasn't drank in 10 years. He has a wonderful YouTube page with videos on how to stop drinking, the first steps to take. He even gives counseling, and he has a free course too that you can take to try to help yourself if you really believe maybe it's time to stop. And he would love to help you with that. I'm not an expert in that. He has really delved into this and has become an expert on alcoholism and how to help people stop drinking. So I will leave his contact information in the description down below, along with my success hypnosis video, which you all should be listening to. It's financial and life success hypnosis. It's only about 12 minutes long. Give it a try. You cannot believe, if you listen to that once a day, the things that will come into your life. Honestly. So I've achieved success and financial success and life success because I've adopted a different attitude, and I adopted some hypnosis into my life that helps the subconscious mind become aware and then change your mindset, because your mindset is what you do. You are 100% responsible for everything that takes place in your life. Whether you like it or not, somehow you are responsible for all of it. And you can create your own future. All you have to do is change your mindset. But you can't change your mindset when you're in a brain fog from drinking all the time. And that's what I'm trying to get at. I'd love for Kevin to help you guys. I'm going to leave all his info there. And give it a shot. If, even if you want to slow down a little bit, I think it's well worthwhile. It's health-wise. None of us are getting any younger, and it's no use drinking our lives away. So what I'd like you to do is die while you're alive. And why I say that is that alcohol is killing you. It's killing you slowly, but it's killing you. And you'll live so much longer if you stop drinking. And not only that, you'll enjoy your life so much more. I mean, I love life. I've always loved life. But sometimes I had felt the need to drink to escape, to get away from some of the things that were bothering me. But when you're actually sober for a while, you actually adopt a different mindset, and you can help you deal with all those things that bother you in life, and your anxieties and your stresses so much better. And with alcohol, when you consistently drink alcohol, cortisol is put out into your bloodstream, which is the stress hormone. So even if you just, only drink weekends, but you drink a fair amount on the weekends, during the week, your body's still releasing cortisol. And it's getting the stress hormone back into your body. So you're constantly under stress. And we know what that causes. And by the way, I mentioned ethanol, alcohol turning to ethanol. And ethanol is a carcinogen. So alcohol causes cancer. All sorts of cancer, actually mainly breast cancers for women, and men, colon cancers, lung cancers, I mean, you name it, esophageal cancers. I don't really know why we feel we need the alcohol. Give it a shot. Check out Kevin's YouTube page. He's awesome. He's got over 60,000 subscribers. He knows what he's talking about. And I will leave that information, like I said, down below, along with my success and life and success, financial success hypnosis. Give it a shot. You gotta get going with this stuff, guys. Time's running out. You just can't sit back on the couch and wait for Oprah to show up, because she ain't coming, right? Your ship is not going to sail in. You build your ship underneath you, and then you sail it. So you have to do it. Nobody else can do it for you. And I don't want to be preachy, and I'm certainly not judgmental. Whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do. I would just love to help you adopt a new mindset and get further in your life and become your greatest version. So thank you so much. I'm going to have to turn the car on and get the heater going here shortly. The wind is blowing. You may have heard it in the microphone. By the way, it's a new phone, so it doesn't have a headphone jack, so I couldn't plug my lapel mic in. So I'm going to have to get a remote one. But anyway, I wanted to do this quick video in the car just to get one out to you. It's been a while. Did a lot of writing in Panama. Super duty enjoyed ourselves. And going to get back to you with another video and episode of Men on Fire very shortly. Actually, I'm thinking of changing the name just a little bit slightly. Maybe I'll reveal that in the next message to you. Anyway, take care. Love you. And don't forget, you're the one. Bye for now.